Hello students, we are learning English grammar and the topic for today is conditional sentences. We will be learning four types of conditional sentences: zero conditional sentences, open conditional sentences, hypothetical conditional sentences, and conditional sentences showing unfulfilled conditions in the past. So let us move ahead. The first type is zero conditional sentences. The formation of these sentences are as given. There are two clauses. The first one is the if clause and the second one is the main clause. We have already studied about the main clause and subordinate clause in the previous chapters. I hope you still remember it. So, in zero conditional sentences, the if clause is always in simple present tense and the main clause is also in simple present tense. Zero conditional sentences are always true when conditions are met. That means whenever the condition which is given in zero conditional sentences is satisfied, in that case that sentence is always true. For example, if the vegetables are overcooked, they lose their nutritive value. So this is always true that whenever we overcook vegetables, they always lose their nutritive value. And look at the if clause. If the vegetables are overcooked. Now this sentence, as we can see, is in simple present tense. The main clause, which is they lose their nutritive value, is also in simple present tense. And also this is always true if the condition is satisfied. So the condition is if the vegetables are overcooked. If this condition is satisfied, this sentence will always be true. Now let us move on to the next type of conditional sentence, which is conditional sentence 1, or it is also called as open conditional sentences. Now in such sentences 2, there are two different clauses, if clause and the main clause. Here if clause is the subordinate clause or the dependent clause and main clause is the independent clause. So in open conditional sentences, if clause is always in simple present tense but the main clause is in simple future tense. Now such conditional sentences may or may not be true. For example, if he shouts for help, his friends will come to him. Now this may or may not be true. He may or may not shout for help, or when he shouts, his friends might or might not come for help. So, I hope you have understood this. Let us move on to the next type of conditional sentence. It is called as conditional sentence 2 or hypothetical conditional sentence. In this sentence, if clause is in simple past and here we use were instead of was. And such conditional sentences are unreal or improbable. That means it is very less likely that these sentences are real or true. We can say that they are unreal, improbable, or imaginative. Okay, let us look at the example. If I were Aladdin, I would fly on my magic carpet. Now here we can see that the if clause is in simple past. If I were Aladdin. And here were is used instead of was. Now we know that Aladdin is singular. So here in case of were, we suppose that was should be used, but remember this is a conditional sentence and this is a hypothetical conditional sentence at that. So whenever we talk about something which is not real, we use were instead of was. So here we have used were. If I were Aladdin, I would fly on my magic carpet. Now we can see that this is unreal or improbable that we will become Aladdin and we will fly on our magic carpet. Let us move on to the next type, which is conditional sentence 3 or unfulfilled conditions in the past. Now here, if clause is in past perfect tense and the main clause has this formation, would plus have plus V3, not fulfilled in the past. That means whatever condition is given in conditional sentence 3, that condition was not fulfilled in the past and we are talking about that same condition in the present. Let us look at the example. If you had admitted your mistake, the teacher would not have been angry. That means we have not admitted our mistake. That means we have not admitted our mistake and this condition was not fulfilled in the past. That means it was in the past that we have not admitted our mistake and the teacher has also scolded us. So here we are saying that if we had fulfilled this condition, this result would not have been arised. That means if we would have accepted our mistake, the teacher would not have been angry. So here we can see that if clause is in past perfect tense, had admitted. The if clause is in past perfect tense and the main clause has would plus have plus V3. Let us move ahead. Now here students, in this table I have summarized all the conditional sentences. I have put them side by side so that you can compare and contrast them, and in case of any confusion you can look at this table and have your confusions cleared. So you can take your time, pause this table and refer to it. Let us move ahead. Now here these are the exercises of your grammar notebook. This is your exercise A, which is given on page number 55. So please pause this video, complete your answers and then move to the next slide. This is exercise B, which is given on page number 56 of your textbook. So please pause the video, complete this exercise and then go back to the next slide. Go back to watching the complete video. Similarly students, this is exercise C. It is also given in your notebook. It is given in your textbook. So please pause the video, complete this and then move ahead. This is exercise D again, which is given on page number 57. And this is the last exercise, exercise E, given on page number 58. So please complete your textbook. The exercises for your notebooks will be sent to you later. So that's all. Thank you for watching. Stay healthy, stay safe.